What's up, guys? It's getting late and I nearly forgot I hadn't streamed yet. So I gotta slip this in here. Oh. Who's out there? Unfortunately, no party game night tonight. We were going home till tomorrow. This is not a normal stream. It's been a long week. I'm tired. Not a bad week, just a long week. Stranger danger. Hello, Sam. How are you? That was really cool that your kids got to meet Steph Curry. I didn't recognize any of the other players, but I'm sure there were other good bowlers there. Just no one I recognize. But Steph Curry, that's awesome. He's one of my all-time favorites. Oh. I've been tired all day today. Your son was upset because who wasn't there? Because your son wasn't there? Who's this kid? Yeah. Yeah, Sam. No, absolutely, we were. Um, we drink a lot when we go out to that place. We had a good time. Hi, Isaiah. How are you? So let me tell you this story, since we're going to talk about having been shit-faced last night. So it was pretty late into the evening, and you guys got off the phone right as I got home to have a beer with you. My phone was dying. I'll get more into that too. And so, Chicky, what's up, Bussin'? So I do think we might have started up a second. No, actually, we only did the 2 streams. So yeah, I ended when my phone was getting really low in battery, which I'll get back to that in a minute. So at some point, Jimmy, Draymond, and GB2. Oh, no shit. Okay. Wow, Sam, that's cool. So I don't think any of this. I think this might have happened after we streamed. I don't remember. I'll have to go back and watch and see if any of it's on there. But at some point, there's a guy and a woman kind of standing in front of where we're at. It would have been right in front of the camera too, by the way, because it was like right in front of the angle. I think that might have been what annoyed Chicky, if I'm being honest. All of a sudden, Chicky takes some ice from her cup of water and throws it at them. I don't know why. Well, she misses them and hits the biggest dude at that table, who happened to be looking exactly our direction. And dude, I didn't even notice she did it, to be honest with you. But dude, like, stands up and starts losing his shit, and like starts calling her out on it. And I'm like, whoa, chill, dude. Like, it's all good, right? And a couple of the other people at their table were also like, calm down, dude, right? Like, I don't know if he had too many also, or he's just one of those hothead kind of people or whatever, right? So it was kind of, we were up in a kind of a slightly raised, over by the bar, bar top, like faced the bar thing. So I walked down and around and tried to smooth things over with him, and he was still being a little rough. And the one guy sitting next, like 2 over from him, was like, "It's okay, he's cool." Actually, the one guy directly next to him was like, "He's cool." It was on Stream BSD. Okay. Yeah, I have to go back and look where that is in there then, because so I'm like, so I go over to him. I'm like, dude, my bad. She didn't mean anything. I was like, I'll get your next drink. Are we cool? And he was like, yeah, we're cool, right? So then I'm trying to like get him a drink, and like the bartenders are both like, I don't know, it was just the whole thing. I did eventually get him the drink, but it was just like, oh my god, Chicky. So that was funny. Um, and some dude, there was a big table. Some dude that was at his table came over to us after they all left, right near the end, and started talking us up. It was a really cool dude, and like was like talking to us about like just everything. I mean, he was just talking us up. And at one point, he talked about like he sells timeshares and all this other stuff. So I do think that's kind of where he was getting at. I think he was kind of like, I'm going to try to turn this into a sale or something. That was kind of, but he was a nice guy, um, in general, right? And then there was this young girl that was sitting next to Chicky near the end, like on the end of the bar, and Chicky was trying to hook that random dude up with this random woman, like this random girl the whole time. Um, and meanwhile, this girl apparently had like was I think stalking some other dude she thought was gonna be at Crocodile Rocks. So I don't know. That whole thing was weird. Um, and then let's see. Chicky made good friends with some group of women's like mother, who they just kind of plopped next to Chicky, and Chicky was like, being nice with the woman and like letting her put her stuff on, like, because they didn't. We were literally at the very end of like the sit down part of the bar thing, and so Chicky let her put her stuff up on there and all that kind of stuff. So at one point, like they sold shit in the bathroom. Chicky comes out with like these couple of these rings that I think she can put in front of the camera at one point that like flashes lights, and she gave one to the mom, and like she had one, and then she had like that like a I think it was like a rubber crocodile or a little plastic crocodile, and I mean it was just yeah. And then the whole group of women that were with the mom came over, were like hugging Chicky and gave me a hug and was like, is she your, what is she? She's my wife. She was like, oh, she's great. And then the lady gives me a hug. I'm like, what the hell is going on? But it was kind of oldies night there last night, which was, I say oldies night, like, um, I think the youngest dude up on the stage was that guy Rory, who Chicky is saying is the new Andrew. So there wasn't a lot of younger music they tried to do. Um, and I say younger, like, in the last 20 years, they, they didn't, they do. In the BST, I was going to do Not Like Us. I wanted them to try to do Kendrick. Like, I had songs written down, and at one point, I forget the song, they said they didn't know. But it was like, it was, I wish I could remember what it was, but it was some sort of rap song that I'm like, all right, if they don't know that, they ain't gonna know Kendrick Lamar. Yeah, thank you, Matt. So, but I mean, most of the music was good, and so it was fine. And like, they did Sweet Caroline twice, and admittedly, most people aren't there from like open to close like we were. So, but we had a good time, and we've had a good time both times we've gone. So, that's right, Sam. Um, but last year they had the guy Rory and some other dude, and then they had this girl and a guy who I think were both like younger, right? I think they purposely kind of gave them the younger songs last year, the newer songs, and that's kind of what I was like, oh, maybe we'll have, but no. And they had the one dude that was there that was like apparently like the founder, like one of the founders, like it was been doing it for like 35 years. So yeah, but anyway, you want to see a group of white people turn up the function place Sweet Caroline and put raisins on the potato salad. Yes, BST, thank you. Let's see. Anything else exciting from last night? The Uber ride over, the guy, I mean, he was fine, but he didn't say anything to us, which, whatever. And then the reason I shut down my phone when I did, the reason I ended the stream when I did was because my battery was at like 15% or something, right? So I was like, all right, I'm gonna end stream. It was getting kind of late. I'm gonna turn off my phone so that when we need to get an Uber home, I have enough battery to call the Uber, right? So so anyway, so I shut it down. Isaiah, not much today. Um, we just went and we hung out at the room and got food at one point and walked around some shops, but nothing crazy. Um, but So I turn off my phone, and right as it's closing time when we're wrapping up, we're like, all right, let me turn on my phone. So I did. I turned my phone. I go into Uber. I call. I look for a ride. Dude, accepts ride. Right. That's right, because a guy accepts ride. I'm like, cool. Boom, phone dies. Which it was 3 minutes. My phone was turned on. It wasn't on, so I don't know how my phone went from 15% to 0 in 3 minutes, but it did. Hi, Chicky.
Hey.
So all of a sudden I'm like, shit. So we waited a few minutes. That's Chicky's hand. We waited a few minutes and no one ever showed up, which I don't know. But so at this point I had to get Chicky to create a Uber account because she didn't have one of her own, and we were able to get that put together. Sam says hi. And then we called an Uber, and then we had this kid. His name was Dakota, if I remember correctly. Gave us a ride back, and he chatted us up, and he was awesome. He apparently in his next summer, probably Matt. Scotty Bones, Boston's significant other. The place that we stay at is his. He gives us a really, really good deal on it. So. It's a good affordable vacation for us, so we do appreciate that from Scotty Bones and Bustin. So, but anyway, so he was telling us in his when he's not driving Uber in this wintertime, he's from Tennessee, and he does what was it? Skiing photography?
Skiing and snowboarding.
Skiing and snowboarding photography. Which I was like, huh, that's crazy. So we were talking about that and just whatever. And by the end, I was like, Bad Parent Gaming on YouTube, and he subscribed and all that. Are you from Tennessee, Isaiah? I don't know if I knew that. So is Mrs. Rillo's, by the way. If you ever seen Mrs. Rillo's, her and Twist and Rillo's are in Tennessee as well. So that was, you saw the music part of it, and that was the rest of our night. We had the same bartender at the bar, which she was great last year. She was great this year. I was ordering those pink drinks where I had looked it up. I wanted something different, and they something called a Long Beach iced tea instead of a Long Island iced tea, and it's cranberry juice instead of soda in the drink, right? And I'm like, that sounds like it could be good. I want to try one. So I asked her, I was like, you made me a Long Beach iced tea. So she did. She made it. It was really good. I was like, all right, I'm drinking this tonight, right? So I was drinking my pink frou-frou drinks all night. And at one point I go over to the bar, and I think her name was Amanda. Amanda was all the way on the other end of the bar, and the other bartender was there. So I asked for another round, and I told her what we got. And I watched her make it, and it was not the same way Amanda was making my drink. I know it wasn't. And then when I got back and I drank it, it was not good. It was, I mean, don't get me wrong, it was alcohol and some cranberry juice ultimately, but it was not the same. So I had to go back to my girl Amanda, and she was killing it. So, what else? Anything else? I think that's it. And then today, like I said, we just hung out here, went and got some burgers. What's up, Jed? How are you? Oh, when are we going back home? Tomorrow, Matt. Yeah, we head back tomorrow. No, I get it, Matt. I enjoy Phoenix when I was there. I don't know. Oh, gin and juice, Sam, right? Thank you, Duke. Do you like it? It's actually an Orioles hat. The B stands for Baltimore. And Chicky's back. Oh, let's see. So yeah, we walked around Broadway, which are all the shops. Got some ice cream from Kirk's, which was pretty good. That's pretty much it. We didn't really do much of anything today, just kind of veg out. Chicky for some reason was up at 7 a.m. this morning.
Yeah, thunderstorms today.
Which we had a lot of rain and storms today. Like what did we go to sleep at 2? It's probably 2 a.m. we went to sleep, and Chicky was up at 7 for some reason. So she's probably gonna for sure pass out tonight. But I think I finally got up at 9ish, but
Yeah, you've also taken 2 snaps.
I've taken 2 naps, is that what you said? I have. I've been tired today. I'm still tired. I feel tired right now.
3 naps. You were snoring in here while I was sitting in there.
I thought that was nap 2. I laid down in the bed for nap 1.
You napped after you woke up, too. All for one.
Is when you're still in bed and you fall back to sleep a couple times, is that napping or is that continuation of your sleep? That wasn't a nap. By the way, we're down to 3 of Tony's chocolate bars. So, like the thing on your hand, me, like the thing on your arm. Let's see, we're doing yellow tonight, which is milk chocolate nougat. I like nougat. Yeah, Matt, I've never had it, and I wanted to try it, so I got this little multi-pack, and every night I've gotten a different one and tried it. Last night was dark chocolate.
So,
It had, yes, almond. Thank you, Chicky, and that was good.
I wasn't even in here.
So, I got the minis to try one time here.
This is not bad.
You know, I've been in South Carolina. This is now the 4th time I've yet to get Carolina barbecue. This week I actually wanted to try to do it. Like I was trying to make a concerted effort to do it, and I just blew it. Like both yesterday and today, we just had like a late lunch to the point where like doing it at any point after that would have been just not good. Especially since Chicky and I were going out last night. So, but anyway. All right, let's try nougat. Want a piece?
No.
Yeah, Carolina Reaper and eat it. No, thank you. Chicky's been talking about Bojangles all week, Matt. Is it that good? This is good. This is what I consider nougat. I don't know what the nougat in this is. It's a chicken place, yeah.
I was saying stranger danger.
Because of the hat. They're like, who is this guy? Chicky, I told them about the friends you made and the friend you didn't make.
Hey, I made more friends than...
You made more friends than ice,
And I made friends
ice
with
thrown
his
on people.
friends.
Yeah. She tried to set up a girl with one of his friends. Although that girl was stalking some other dude, so she wanted nothing to do with
She said
Chicky
wasn't
set up.
perfect. He had a girlfriend anyway.
So yeah. So tomorrow we go home. I don't know if we're gonna do anything. Chicky was feeling it last night. We had a good time. I think that's the one thing every time we come down here we'll probably do every time. Chicky and I have a lot of fun doing it, and yeah, and the place is really fun. So, So, listen, that's all I got. I got nothing else. No party game night. Sorry. Said I don't know what we're doing tomorrow. I have a feeling I'm just gonna stream from the car at some point, um, or maybe right when we get home. I don't know, but I definitely don't think I'm gonna be up for getting home and playing games. I guess it depends what time we leave. I guess, but even still, I doubt it. So, but Sunday, I bet you we'll be up for shooting people on Sunday. So. Yeah. I think that's all I got to say. So, thank you guys for hanging out as usual. Yeah, back to normal programming on Sunday, I suppose. That's all I got. Chicky, you want to say stuff? She doesn't. Missed update Thursday. Oh, okay. I guess technically I did. You're right. What did we do? What did we do between? Hey, Marty. What did we do during the day? Oh, we did the dolphin ride yesterday, right?
Yeah, yesterday morning.
We have not seen
we
any
went-
goddamn dolphins
we went
in
to
South
Barefoot.
Carolina in 4 years.
We went to barefoot,
Went to Barefoot Landing, walked
Yeah.
around. I bought
then
this
we
hat,
stopped and got Dagwood.
and then we got
Brought it
Dagwood
home.
at home, which is why I didn't end up with barbecue yesterday.
We only went on the dolphin cruise 3 times.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we haven't done it every year.
Yeah. Still, 3 times we've come
We're
down
on-
looking for dolphins, and no dolphins yet.
Party boat one, and then the end, the
Great.
one that we did out.
Let's see. I mean, we streamed Wednesday night, right? So, what was yesterday? Thursday. We streamed Wednesday night, so I don't think anything new happened between Wednesday and Thursday other than it is East Coast, Jed. So here it is going on 9
Almost
o'clock?
9 o'clock.
Almost 9 o'clock here. Can you guys hear that washing machine? It's loud. Probably getting high in the ocean. Yeah, well, that's why we didn't get to see a gay dolphin sail. Yes, you guys do hear it. Yeah. Yeah, Duke. Not much to say from that other than we rode out around on the boat and didn't see anything. So, but technically it was free this year because we went before. So. All right, there's your update for Wednesday, Duke. All right. Well, now we're gonna say goodbye. Chicky, say things with your mouth or fingers. She's saying things with her fingers. All right, toodaloo, bitches.